Halló, én vagyok az.
Ki az?
KOCSIS Zoltán.
Nem vásárolok semmit.
Kinyitnád? Köszönöm. Én például ezt a pedált se csinálnám. Hogy... Na most én szerintem ebbe az ütemben már rizolútónak kéne lennünk. És ott már, az már előlegzi azt nekem. Hát nem tudom.
Csak ottában.
Tessék?
Csak ottában.
Hát miért? És a kottában itt van ez a crescendo, ezt hogy csinálod meg? Parancsolj. Igen? Hát azt nem tudom. Azt...
Vibrálok rá.
Persze. Na játsszuk még egyszer oldaljátél? Na most nézz ide. Basszus!
Monsieur Zoltán kocsis. Szervusz. Un petit titre de violon.
Château Zaune, c'est le seul premier grand cru classé, catégorie A avec cheval blanc. Cheval blanc est plus en bas de Figeac, plutôt dominante 70% Cabernet Franc.
C'est 2000 à peu près, c'est ça?
2000, 78.
Ouais.
Hein, ça, c'est un vrai Saint-Émilion de côte, très fin, très subtil. Ok. Donc, ce qu'il faudrait faire, c'est il boit ça en premier, et puis il boira ça plus tard.
Ezt én mindenféleképpen veszek ilyet.
Mais on va regarder, autre chose. T'en as?
Ez biztos, hogy veszek.
Non, c'est bon.
Bon, ça c'est sur les 6 bouteilles.
D'accord.
Vous en avez
6, c'est bon, pas de problème.
Bon, megvan
T'en
a
as combien?
hat üveg.
Megvan a 6 üveg.
Mesdames, Messieurs, le spectacle commence dans 10 minutes.
Vous allez bien? Ça va très bien.
Ne rangez pas le stylo.
Sometimes I feel myself a priest, sometimes a workman, a real workman. When, you know, a new piece, I have to practice a lot, especially in case of those pieces which I know very well. For instance, a new Beethoven sonata. It's very interesting to work on that. When I began the Opus 111, I knew the piece by heart from the first moment, because I know the piece. But to practice technical exercises within the piece, which is quite difficult. So the first movement, second movement are full of things which are technically very difficult. So I felt myself a workman. 3 days ago, in Feldkirch, I felt being an entertainer, playing, you know, Schubert waltzes like... But on the other hand, I felt myself a teacher. I just put together E minor sonata Beethoven and E minor sonata Schubert, and the resemblance is striking. So Obviously, Schubert composed his sonata after hearing Beethoven's sonata, especially in the case of the second movements. So the Beethoven E minor sonata second movement sounds like that. Etc., etc. Schubert, 3 years after. Nice. Schubert bácsit. De melyik Schubert bácsit? De az a trrr, az Beethoven bácsi. Erre gondolsz? Erre a Schubert bácsira?
Nem.
Nem?
Nem.
Hát akkor mely? Erre? Aha. Csak hát milyenek? Az a kérdés.
Na.
Ez sem.
De. Ott is.
56, 7. hó 3.
Akkor 4 éves voltál.
Ne beszélj.
Ez
Georges Siffra.
mi a cipőd?
Az egy zongorista volt. Ez se rossz. A Richter áthúzta.
Miért?
Mert nem tetszett magának. Ez is egy jellegzetes dolog. Túr. The first concert I appeared was, I think, 58 in the kindergarten. My musical gift was discovered pretty early. When I was 4 and a half. Actually, I remember the revolution in Hungary. When I went to the academy, my professor was Palka Dósa. The assistant professors were György Kurtág and then Ferenc Rados. He was the one, and I'm really very grateful again, who realized that my hands are weak. It really needs practicing. At that time, I knew Glenn Gould, so I had the musical ideas, how to practice, how to make fingers independent from each other, how to strengthen fingers, not the Gouldian way, but because I didn't want to play only Bach, as Gould did. So I really wanted to be an all-round performing artist. I wanted to play Rachmaninoff, Debussy, Bartók, Mozart, Beethoven at the same time.
Ai, sardinha do nosso mar a bolir! Sardinha do nosso mar! Sardinha da pequenina!
think the
most az kisebb ez a hely is szerintem.
maybe this was B flat.
Jó van, így csináltam egy-két hülyeséget.
Something,
Yeah,
probably,
maybe.
probably. And probably this was too historical.
Yes, this.
Yes, yeah, that, you know, intenso, but not the do. So only, and probably you think too much here also.
To
Think. So just.
Jó. Jó, oké.
What?
De az ez.
Oké. Hát szóval az a helyzet, hogy tényleg olyan, mint hogyha függöny mögül jönne az egész.
Igen.
Hát szóval... No, the proportion is okay.
Yeah.
Goes up.
There's a funny story with Richter.
You know, Richter always gets seen some place on a map. I'd like to play here. So it was Albacete, which is about 90 miles away from Valencia. And in a local paper, there was some concert of, I don't know, Keith Jarrett or Lederman, or I don't know, some jazz pianist. And a short advertisement, like, there's another pianist playing tonight in Albacete, just like Why do you want to go here?
Let's go there.
Let's go there. No.
Solito.
Tanár, álljunk meg egy pillanatra?
Miért nem jött be?
De azért ezen gond, te ezen 10 milliárd éve. Most gyerekek? Mi van? New version.
In Hungary, we all are brought up on Bartók. So that's really our mother tongue. My story was a little bit different because I didn't like Bartók when I was a small child. So I didn't understand why shall I play those pieces if I can play some Chopin or Mozart? Until I heard the violin concerto, the great violin concerto, which is sometimes called the second violin concerto. I heard when I was 8 years old. Opened my ears. So I'm very uncomfortable.
You feel?
Yeah. Because of the action. Action is not really even, you know.
I know.
But I can solve the problem.
You do
Certain
It sounds
things.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It does.
Not really. So, and very
For
dry.
this,
The
for this
acoustics.
acoustic, it's fantastic.
That music expresses so much of his homesickness, of his miserable state in the US, his belief in music, his political standpoint, that it's really beyond the verbal communication, beyond words. I can't express that.
Végre. Most miért jobb?
I can really grab Bartók as a person and feel the essence of not only his music but his personality. But I can't listen to his music at any time. If I'm in a certain mood, I can't listen to Bartók. But listening to Bach's music is not dependent on mood. So that's why probably Bach, Mozart and Schubert are the greatest composers for me, because I can listen to their music at any time.
Mais il n'a pas encore la partition.
Very nice to meet you.
My father would like to meet you.
Can we make a deal?
Yeah.
Which would be that you would come to my orchestra, and wouldn't you like to do a whole evening?
It's also possible.
Under my baton.
Yeah.
A whole evening.
It's also possible.
With paired, with everything.
It's also possible. Happily. We definitely will find a solution.
With Schnittke,
yeah,
with
we will find
Beethoven.
we will find a solution. I definitely.
Yes, but we can pay.
This is not a problem.
Everyone says that, but
later, when it comes to the management, then it, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Gil, do you want this to be subito? So this fortissimo. Maybe. Yeah, because that's Beethoven-esque. That's very Beethoven-esque.
To really exaggerate this.
Yeah, shall I? More?
I think the more you can't do too much, I think.
I just...
What do you think?
Good.
Yeah.
Ready? Gyere csak vissza. Na, ilyenkor mi van? Ilyenkor mi van? Azért. I envy you. You can make them in under.
Yeah, down below.
Which I can't. I can't make on the piano.
Oh, sounds great.
Bloody instruments. That's a Croatian folk song. That's
really?
Sure. That's it's a German national anthem now.
Yes.
But that was the Austrian. And it's also a Croatian folk song.
Really?
It was written by Haydn.
Yes,
It's a Haydn.
quartet.
Yes, but it's also a Croatian folk song from Burgenland.
Your family is Croatian?
No.
It's Hungarian?
Not at all. I'm utterly Hungarian, but I know Burgenland.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, music, as I feel, is less and less important. Actually, arts are less and less important. Young people are turning not towards classical music. There are new phenomena, new heroes, many things which are, I would say, less valuable. And when they realize that there are more valuable things, more important things, it will be too late. It's a new world, really. I don't know what will happen in 10,000 years. So whether Bach will be as important as nowadays.
Благословенно Царство Отца и Сына и Святого Духа, ныне и присно, и во веки веков. Аминь.
So, obviously much better than organ. So piano can't produce that sound, no?
My brother was an organist, a harpsichordist and musicologist.
And you didn't like the sound of the organ?
No, I love organ. I think organ is the king of instruments.
My starting point is that that instrument, it was impossible. Only they could operate with the time. So
yes. Yes, you can do it, of course, much more with the sound.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Let's play it once more, because certain places I have to give way to you. I would say, with the words of our great poet Janusz Wilenski, that Bach is a suffering human a ruthless diagnosed and a healing doctor in the same person. And that's I think that's the most what a musical phenomenon and a human phenomenon can do for the other humans. So that's Bach for me. So of course I return. I never leave Bach. So it's not a good word, I return. I never leave Bach. I live with Bach, or so I can't express myself. It's this music is so essential that we can't live without, as I mentioned. You know the story of the manuscript? It was found in the garbage. Garbage. So they just threw it out, and then they found it somewhere. All six, the manuscript. Two tuttes are definitely forte, and get a patience to respond with the. It's sometimes too early. So I always wait. Okay. In case of certain works, Bach, I think the value or the level of nobility is just out of the usual concert environment, Etude Passion or High Mass, Art of Fugue. An applause after Art of Fugue, especially after the unfinished fugue, seems to be nonsense for me. So go home and become a better human.